space travel. What is it? Space travel. Before that, shall we look up? Okay, look up. Hey, why are you looking at my screen? Look up. Lift your head and then look up. Okay, what can we see? We see sky. Sky is otherwise called space. There we can see sun, moon, stars and so on, right? So in this chapter, we are going to learn how human beings finally achieved their dream of touching the moon. That is how a man was able to land on the moon. So let's have a look. We Earthlings had always marveled at the shining ball in the dark skies, which illuminated our dark nights, made our seas rise and fall, and wondered for hundreds of years about it. What was the moon? We often wondered what was there on it. Occasionally we wondered if it would be possible someday to go there. And then in 1969, that collective dream of humankind became a reality. Here, Earthlings means human beings. Where do we live? We live on Earth, so we are Earthlings. Marveled, it means surprised. Illuminated means made bright by lighting up. Okay? We Earthlings, that is, we human beings, had always surprised at the shining ball in the dark sky. Here, shining ball in the dark sky refers to moon. Moon makes our dark nights bright. Someday we see moon far away from us, and another day we see moon nearer to us, isn't it? I'm sure that there won't be anyone who doesn't know what is a moon and haven't seen moon until now. So, have you ever wondered where is the moon and how it looks like? What was there on it? And can we go there someday? Have you ever wondered? Yes. So, most of them will have a dream of going to moon. In 1969, that collective dream of humankind became a reality. That means someone was able to land on the moon in 1969. Okay, someone was able to land on the moon in 1969. Neil Armstrong of United States of America became the first man to walk on the moon. It must have been a momentous experience when the astronaut took his first steps gingerly on the moon's surface. The area where the spaceship had landed was named the Sea of Tranquility. Armstrong had earlier reported the lunar module, the Eagle's safe landing with the words, "Houston, tranquility base here. The Eagle has landed." So now let's look at the hard words here. Momentous, it means very important, that is very significant. Astronaut is a person who travels and works in a space. Gingerly, it means in a very slow and a careful way. Okay? Tranquility, it means peacefulness, that is calmness, peacefulness. Lunar module is a part of a spaceship. Okay? It is a part of the spaceship where two astronauts landed on the moon and then they returned to the main spaceship. Neil Armstrong of USA became the first man to walk on the moon. Neil Armstrong is the first man to walk on the moon. Who is it? Neil Armstrong. It was a very momentous experience. That is, it is a very great, significant experience, isn't it? Walking on a moon is a great experience, right? Let's look how Armstrong landed. Apollo 11 mission carried 3 astronauts towards the moon. Mission name Apollo 11. How many astronauts were there? 3 astronauts. Let's look who were they. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins. Who all are there? Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins. Now they are going to the moon through a spaceship. We can't go to the moon through bus, car, aeroplane, right? They are going to the moon through a spaceship. When they were close to the moon, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin went into a part of the spaceship, that is, went into a lunar module called Eagle. Okay, now Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin went into Eagle. Eagle is not bird, it is a part of the spaceship. It is a lunar module. It is a landing craft. What was the name of the landing craft? It is Eagle. Landing craft here is Eagle. Okay, now Eagle is going to land on the moon. When the Eagle landed on the surface of the moon, Armstrong reported that Houston, Tranquility Base, here Eagle has landed. Armstrong reported Eagle has landed. Okay. The area where the spaceship Eagle landed was named the Sea of Tranquility. What is it? Sea of Tranquility. The Sea of Tranquility is the area where the spaceship Eagle landed. Okay. As he put his left foot down first, Armstrong declared solemnly the legendary words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Though the surface looks like snow in pictures, Armstrong described the lunar surface as being like a powdered charcoal. The surface was soft and the landing spaceship left a crater about a foot deep. The historic moments on the moon were captured on television cameras installed on the Eagle, which were turned on by Armstrong. He spent his first few minutes on the moon taking photographs and soil samples just in case the mission had to be aborted and they had to leave suddenly. He was joined by his colleague Edwin Buzz Aldrin. Both of them collected data and performed various exercises, including jumping across the landscape for a while. Can you imagine what fun it would have been jumping on the moon, where the gravity is much lesser than on Earth? After their exercises, they planted the American Stars and Stripes flag on the surface of the moon. Neil Armstrong stepped out, becoming the first person to walk on the moon. That is, Neil Armstrong put his left foot down and then he declared the legendary word. Do you know what will be that? Yes, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. He declared these words. This means that this is a small step for him. For him, it is a small step, but for the entire world, but for the mankind, it was a great thing happened. It was a giant leap because it is the first time a person landed on the moon. So students, tell me, what did Neil Armstrong really say when he took his first step on the moon? Yes, he said that that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And from the pictures that they were taken, we can see that surface of moon looks like snow, isn't it? But actually, Neil Armstrong described that it is being like a powdered charcoal. It is not like a snow. It is being like a powdered charcoal. How is it? It is like a powdered charcoal. Surface was soft. So the landing spaceship left a huge crater on the moon's surface. That means the surface of moon was soft. And the place where the spaceship landed was gone down around a foot deep and a ball-shaped cavity was formed. Okay? Landing on the moon is a historic event, right? This historic moment were captured on television camera. These cameras are installed on the landing craft. Do you remember what was landing craft called? Yes, it is Eagle. These cameras are installed on Eagle. First few minutes, Neil Armstrong took photographs and soil samples as soon as possible because he was not sure he could stay here for a long time. Sometimes he may have to leave suddenly, so he took photographs very quickly. Then Edwin Buzz Aldrin joined along with Neil Armstrong. and then they collected data as much as possible and done various exercises. They performed various exercises like jumping across the landscape. You guys just imagine this situation. What fun it would be, right? Jumping on the moon. Wow! We know that gravity is less than on the earth, isn't it? So actually this jumping may be like flying, isn't it? After that, they planted American flag on the moon's surface. They also unveiled a plaque which had President Nixon's signature and an inscription reading, "Here, men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon in July 1969. We came in peace for all mankind." The astronauts filmed their experience with a portable television camera, and on relaying that, they received a message from President Nixon. President Nixon in the White House spoke of the pride of the American people and said, "This certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made." It was indeed a great moment for the USA as well as the rest of the world, and messages of congratulations poured in from many nations. They also revealed a plaque, it means a metal sheet, as an official ceremony, which also had President Nixon sign along with an inscription. Inscription means writing. Do you know what was the inscription written on the plaque? It is, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon in July 1969. We came in peace for all mankind." Okay, man landed on the moon is a great event, right? So it is declared officially. Astronaut filmed their experience, that is, astronaut recorded their entire happening in the moon using a portable television camera. This camera captured everything and it was delivered to President Nixon. Then President Nixon watched the entire happening on the moon, and then he declared that this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made. This is the most historic telephone call ever made. Who declared? President Nixon declared. Actually, it was one of the greatest moments for USA, because from where our astronauts were USA citizens. So it was a great moment for USA as well as for the entire world. It was a great moment of pride, because first time a man landed on moon, isn't it? So many nations congratulated them. As Aldrin and Armstrong collected samples, Michael Collins orbited the moon in the spaceship Columbia. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin had spent a total of 21 hours on the moon, 2.5 of them outside the landing moon. After rejoining the Columbia, the astronauts left the moon's orbit on 22nd July and returned on the Earth on 24th July. I said to you before, there were 3 astronauts in this mission. Who were they? Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins and Edwin Buzz Aldrin, right? So Aldrin and Armstrong landed on moon. They collected samples. They are collecting samples. At that time, what did Michael Collins do? Michael Collins orbited the moon while his friends collected samples from the moon. Okay? And then Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin had spent a total of 21 hours on the moon. How many hours did Armstrong and Aldrin spend? They spent 21 hours on the moon. And then these astronauts left the moon's orbit on 22nd July and returned on the Earth on 24th July. Okay, I hope this chapter is clear for you.